Hi everyone, welcome back to the Southern Scouser, and today I've got another tier list, but with this time my son Warren. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
We're going to do a football badge tier list today, which is going to be great fun. Warren's been wanting to come on for a little while, so it's good to get him on as well, and he's a rival fan, as you can see here, so should be some good options on here. We've got football badges. We're going to look at them not in terms of the club itself, but in terms of if we like the badge, if it's a bit old-fashioned, that kind of thing. So here is our tier list. We have got top tier, iconic, decent, needs an update, and a tin pot. So all the worst ones will be ending up in here. We're going to start with, we've got the 20 Premier League teams, we've got a few European giants, and we've got a couple of new boys that are going to be in the Premier League next season. So without further ado, Warren, first badge up is this one. Obviously very recognisable. What do you think of that one?
It's alright. Yeah, I like the colours. Yeah. But how long have they had it for?
A little while. They used to have more of an old fashioned.
Yeah.
They've always had the cannon and the word Arsenal and that kind of crest, but yeah, it's one of the more modern ones.
It's alright. Yeah, I think it's decent.
Okay, so I quite like the cannon. It
Yeah.
always kind of looks good on a badge. It's quite clean. It's quite modern. I like the different shades of reds and golds and stuff. So where would you? I'll let you be in charge. Where would you put that on our tier list?
Decent.
So decent, not iconic,
Yeah.
just decent. Or?
It's decent.
Decent. Okay, no, that's fine. It's going to be hard to please. You're in that kind of 11-year-old
Yeah.
bracket. You're only going to be impressed by the best of the best. So
Moody.
no, I think that's a good start. So on to the next one. You'll get an idea that they're all alphabetical order. Atletico Madrid. So what do you think on this one? Spanish team.
I don't really understand why there's a wolf.
I think it's a bear.
I don't understand why there's a bear.
I think it's just like one of those things that are synonymous with the city, like the Liver Bird in Liverpool.
Yeah.
There's a statue of a bear like that.
Then does
in
the
the city.
red and white stand for like the Spanish?
So that's the kit colours
Yeah.
of Atletico, yeah, and then you've got the blue, which is obviously they wear blue shorts as well. They used to have an older version of this where the tree was actually green and it all looked a bit old, and this is an updated version of it, and I think it's really nice.
I think it's pretty nice.
Well, where would you put it? Where would you put it on the list?
I think iconic.
Iconic? Okay,
Yeah.
no, I agree. That makes me think it's an iconic badge, red and white stripes.
Yeah.
I quite like the zigzag, the
Yeah.
diagonal line of the blue. It's quite modern for me.
Yeah.
So I like that. That's quite a recent update. So yeah, I'm a fan of that as well. So a very recognisable one next, a team that you've liked following, especially under Messi.
I actually really like this one because it's telling you the kit colours is Spanish, and I like the badge around it, like the shield.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Do they have like the English flag for like the players then?
So the English flag is because the person that founded Barcelona was actually English.
Oh.
So yeah, good question. But you got the England flag. You got Catalonia, which is an area of Spain, which is the red and yellow stripes.
I like it because there's a lot going on.
Yeah,
it's good.
I agree. I like the different sections.
Yeah.
I like the actual shape. I mean, a lot of teams, especially at our youth level, use that shape, don't they, as well?
Yeah.
So it is nice. But I'm thinking you're going to be putting this quite high.
Iconic.
Iconic or top tier?
Iconic.
Not top tier.
No.
I know you're just saving that for your team. Cool. Right, I think we're in a really good start. So we're on to Bayern Munich, the current European champions. What do you think of this one?
I reckon it's interesting.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think it's okay. Okay.
Not decent?
It's decent, yeah.
I mean, that's been their badge for quite a while, and it's quite simple.
Yeah.
But I do quite like the blue and white.
Yeah, I like the blue and white
diamonds in the middle.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's quite cool. But it's I don't think they're trying.
random as well.
Yeah, I mean they don't really wear blue and white, so I
Yeah.
don't really get that. It's always been red and white, isn't it? But I think it's smart.
Yeah.
I don't think they're trying too difficult. It's nice and simple. So I guess you're going decent, or
Yeah, decent.
yeah. Okay, no, that's fine. So we've had 4 pretty, recognisable
Yeah.
world brands so far. On to one that's not quite as famous. Yeah, talk me through this one.
It's yeah.
Somewhere we've been on holiday.
Yeah. I think the seagull is quite nice, but you need more around it.
Yeah.
Can't really tell you about where it is, what it does, or anything. It doesn't even tell you it's a football team.
No, I agree. I think you're absolutely spot on with that. Like you say, Seagull could be any seaside place in the UK. They need something more to tell you that that's Brighton and that's a football team in Brighton. I think you're spot on with that. It's quite simple, but almost too simple.
Yeah, too simple.
Yeah. No, I think everything you said was spot on, mate. Where would you put that one?
I wouldn't say it's 10 pot, but I'd say it needs an update.
Yeah, completely agree. I think you've done a really good start on this one, mate. So, on to another English club beginning with B, Burnley, and there's a lot going on this one.
It's a bit interesting.
Obviously, it's got the nice blue and claret of the club, but yeah, there's some kind of weird swan going on, and
they've just taken a bit of every single team, haven't they?
Like you said, they got bees, they got a hand, they got a bird, they got a lion. Make your mind up.
I'm gonna say tinfoil.
It's nice. It's not good, is it? I mean,
no.
What's the whole diagonal kind of purple stairs about? I don't really understand.
What does that say?
No, I think like you say, they could take half of the stuff out. I mean, the lion could be bigger, maybe on a yellow shield with a blue outline, something like that.
Yeah.
I think would maybe look better, but yeah, I think
it's just.
There's way too much going on, isn't there? So, sorry, Burnley fans. Blame Warren. So, we're on to probably your favourite badge of the lot.
Yeah.
Talk me through this one.
I think it's nice. You got all the stuff around it, and you have the main line in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not gonna put it in. Actually, the top tier, I'm going to put it in iconic.
Okay, so you'd like to see Chelsea do a little bit more with their badge. So, funny story with this one. This is actually one of the first, if not the first, badge Chelsea ever had when they were first formed. Yeah. And what they did, they changed it, and then they had an actual lion with a mane with the letters CFC. And then everyone said, well, let's just go back to the original and make it a bit more classic. And they kind of did an update of the old one. So this is quite an updated badge still. I know you've only ever really seen this one, but during the 90s and the early 2000s they did have a slightly different one. But yeah, I agree. I think it's definitely iconic.
Yeah.
But
it's like a throwback.
Yeah, it is. It's nice. I like it. It's an updated classic. So I would agree with you on that one, mate. Right, we're on to another German club, and Dortmund. How do you find this one?
I'm not sure why it's BVB.
Yeah, I never really got that. If you know why it's BVB, guys, let us know in the comments. Obviously, 09 I think is when they were formed.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what BVB.
It's only that. You haven't got anything else.
Yeah, I mean the colours are right.
Yeah, the colour's good and everything.
But it's just letters and numbers.
You need more.
I mean, it could be a number plate, really.
Yeah.
It's the right colours for it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree. It doesn't shout football badge at me. Unless you knew that was a Dortmund badge, you wouldn't know that was football, would you?
You need Dortmund Football Club on it or somewhere.
I mean, Dortmund are such a big club with such a big fan base. They could have a lot more going on. They could have black and white checkers going around the outside. Anything like that would make it a little bit more interesting. So yeah, where would you put that, mate, in terms of the tier?
Probably needs an update.
Yeah, I think that's fair. It's not awful tin pot, but they need to do
a lot more.
Yeah, I was going to say a bit more, but definitely a lot to it. Right, we're on to a team that I don't particularly enjoy watching, but Everton. So, what do you think of this one? Again, there's quite a lot going on.
Yeah. Where's their tower? Is it because...
So, that's a really good question. I was talking to Mum about this the other day. So basically, obviously Everton are in the shadow of Liverpool, aren't they, really, in terms of in the same city. Liverpool have the Liverpool, which we'll get onto later. I thought this was some massive tower in Liverpool that was really special. And I went to Liverpool for the first time and I found it, and it's literally like that tall. It's like a little gnome house just in the middle of a park, and they've literally whacked that on their badge. It's like the tower of something, but it's it looks like a hobbit house. So to have that as your main picture of your badge is a bit strange.
Yeah.
They've got Latin letters at the bottom, which
I think that's pretty cool. Actually.
But the problem with it is it's nil satis optimum, which means only the best is good enough.
Yeah.
Everton haven't won a trophy for about 100 years. No, since the 80s.
Yeah.
So, yeah, what would you think? I mean, Everton, I quite like the start. It reminds me of the Arsenal font, how that's written.
And then they got the same badge of or the same setup of Barcelona.
Yeah, it's a similar shape, isn't it? So I don't think it's awful, but
Yeah.
I don't think it's.
Needs an update.
You go and again need an
Yeah.
update. Do you know they updated it last year and the fans hated it so much that they had to update it again.
What was it?
I think it was just like bits of yellow in it and the towel was a bit
Why would you
shorter.
put yellow in it?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Everton have sometimes had yellow away kits,
Yeah.
but yeah, they have updated it twice now and you still think they need to go again. Oh dear. Right, we're on to a very basic one now.
Yeah.
Fulham.
I actually like this one, but it's a bit plain.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you liking that the letters kind of go into each other
it
quite
doesn't
well?
really tell you their name either.
No. Again, like you say, it's just black and white with FFC on it. Similar to Dortmund, it's just letters. Do you think they could do a bit more?
Yeah,
with
I reckon they could do a lot more.
Yeah, I mean, for me, if I was creating a Fulham badge, Fulham are known for playing at the Cottage. That's where they're staying.
Yeah.
You could get some kind of Cottage picture on there or
Yeah.
something. Doesn't have to be like Snow White cover, but
Yeah.
you know, something a bit more that means more to them. So
Show that like the fans like it or something.
yeah, just something that's more about them than just letters and colours, I think. So where would you put that one?
I'm gonna say tin pot because there isn't much in there.
Tin pot,
Yeah.
Fulham. We're not a fan. Right, so this next one is very interesting.
Yeah.
So this is brand new for Inter Milan, and they're not going to have it till next
I haven't
season.
actually seen it.
So this is I was going to say you might not have seen it. So Inter Milan at the minute have got kind of IMFC, and it's quite iconic with blues and yellows and dark blues and stuff. But yeah, this is going to be their badge for next season. So what are your thoughts?
I think it's actually okay.
It's quite kind of it's gone very modern, hasn't it?
Yeah.
But
Like people know their name and the football club from the last badge,
Yeah.
so they don't really have to put that on there.
I agree. It's very similar to another
Yeah.
Italian team that we're going to be getting onto in a minute, who've also updated their badge quite recently. But I don't know. It's one of them. I'm so used to the old Inter Milan badge that I can't quite make my mind
If you
up.
just throw that at me, I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, to me, the only problem that I think about it is it almost like looks like an American soccer team,
Yeah,
like
and
Inter Miami or something.
it also looks like there's 3 T's instead of like an I.
Yeah, I think they're on the right track.
Yeah.
But I think they could have done a bit more, again, like you've been saying,
Yeah.
to make you think Inter, because Inter Milan playing blue and black stripes. Sure, yeah, you know, they could have had stripes, like Barcelona had the stripes at the bottom. I think that might have looked quite nice, but yeah, I like the modern aspect, but I think they've gone a bit too plain. What would you think? Similar thing?
I don't want to say need an update because it's just been updated, so
Yeah.
decent.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's decent. It's not gonna be iconic because it's brand new. The old one definitely was iconic, if not top tier. But yeah, I think it will grow on us. So I agree with that one. So as I say, another Italian club that again had a badge that was very, very famous, black and white stripes, bit of an oval, and then they just kind of went for it and just did a big black J.
No reason.
So I mean, it got a lot of bad press when it was released. Everybody was like, "What is that?" I think it's grown on people a bit.
Yeah. I think it's quite nice, but
It's very different.
yeah, it's a bit like the Inter one's a bit modern.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Again, I get what they're doing with the whole black and white stripe with the J, but I think they've just not put enough in
They've
again.
just chosen what their name is. They haven't really told you anything about.
No, I mean if you saw that without the word Juventus, you'd have absolutely no idea. That could be a road sign.
Could be spelling.
Just like watch out for this tight corner. So yeah, again, it needs an update. It's probably harsh because it's just been updated, but
Decent.
it's I agree. I think you've been spot on with all of them so far. To be fair. Right, on to a classic one. This one has been around for a long, long time. They did try and update it, and it was so bad that they went back to their old one. They basically had a picture of a guy doing this.
Why?
I have no idea. So yeah, Leeds fans were quick to say.
No. Just go
So
away.
yeah, so we've got the yellow and blue, which is classic Leeds colours. The white Yorkshire rose as well, and LUFC.
I like the flower of the football one.
Yeah, I like that too.
Yeah.
Colour-wise and design.
Yes, alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So where would you put that one, mate, in terms of the tier?
Probably decent.
Decent again, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. No, that's fine. So again, on to Leicester. So, what are your thoughts on that one?
I think this one's actually pretty nice. But do you find foxes in Leicester? Is that why? Or...
That's a very good question. Yeah, obviously their nickname is the Foxes. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Foxes
Yeah.
are quite synonymous with Leicestershire. Yes,
Yeah. I think it's
in the woods and that.
It's a bit like Chelsea's in a way.
It is actually.
I actually think this one's really nice.
Yeah, I agree with you. I really like it as well. I used to play for a team, Leighton United, when I was little, and when they had a fox as their badge as well, so it always makes me think of them. But I think a fox works well. I think they've done the picture of the fox quite well. So, yeah, where would you put that one? Iconic, top tier, or...?
Probably iconic.
Iconic, yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
We like in Leicester. A team on the up with their badge and their team. They're doing very well lately. Right, we're on to some serious stuff now. You better not upset me. So, we've got 2 Liverpool badges. One that they kind of used to use, and they still use a bit on the stadium, and one that they have on their shirt. So this one...
Rubbish.
Is just on the shirt, the Liver Bird. What are your thoughts on that one?
I think it's good. They just made it a bit more modern. They realised you don't have to have all of this stuff around it.
Kind of less is more.
Yeah, I think it's alright, yeah.
In terms of like the actual design of the bird, do you think that they've got that right? Do you think it's modern enough, or?
Yeah, but I think they need to tell you more. Because you can't just have a giant bird on it and expect, it's Liverpool.
I don't know, you're pretty surprised.
Yeah.
It's pretty synonymous with Liverpool, but
let's say someone who's never even heard of football.
Yeah, true.
Like LFC.
But then we've got the other badge which tells you a bit more about the club. So
more.
So where would you put this one? And then you can see where you'd put the other one.
Probably, I want to say iconic.
Yeah.
But...
I think it's difficult to not call it iconic. I know I'm a bit biased, but it is iconic, isn't it?
Iconic.
You know, it is. It just is. Right. So interestingly, then on your comments, when we've got a bit more about it, we've got obviously the gates that if you'll never walk alone, which definitely tells you that it's the football club.
Yeah.
We've got the fire for the justice for the 96 people that passed away at Hillsborough, and we've got obviously the band at the bottom that tells you when they were founded.
It tells you a lot, actually.
Obviously,
I think
Liverpool
it's
Football
really
Club
good. Yeah,
written on it.
It has like the main song. It has the gate. It has a lot. Yeah, I think it's really good.
Cool. No, I'm pleased with that. Thank you. So where would you put that one in terms of the tier? Is that going top tier or?
Yeah, top tier.
Oh, here we go. You can come on again. So you prefer that one to that because, like you say, it's got the bird. It says Liverpool Football Club. It's got the badge. It's got the main song, and it's got the respect for the people that passed as well. So, yeah. At least you gave reasons, so I can't argue with that at all, and I don't want to. Cool, right, we're moving on before you change your mind. Manchester City. So this is quite an updated one. They used to have an eagle with 3 stars, and everyone used to say, what are the 3 stars for? And they were like, just design. We haven't won nothing. So they updated it a bit. What do you think of that one?
Why is it boat?
I think the boat is also on Man United's badge, so it's something to do with Manchester. Obviously they've got the blue. I quite like the diagonal blue, light blue and dark blue.
I think it's pretty nice, but it's like I said, it's a bit like Leicester's and Chelsea's.
Yeah, I agree. Again, that seems similar circle style. I quite like the red in the flower, the Manchester as well.
I like the flower, yeah.
And obviously they got the date that they were.
I like how it says Manchester and then the city at the bottom, because I wouldn't like it all squished at the top.
Yeah, no, it's spaced out quite nicely, isn't it? I think that's really clean.
When it was made as well.
Yeah, when they were established. Yeah. So, where are you putting this one then?
Probably iconic.
Okay, no, fair play. Cool. Right, we're on to Newcastle now. David, if he's watching. Right, don't upset him. We've got the seahorses, the black and white stripes. What do you think of this one?
Don't want to be mean, but I don't know why the seahorses.
Yeah, I never really knew why because, I'm not sure. Maybe David could update us on that one, but other than there are seahorses, what's the badge telling you?
I think it's alright. It says the name and everything, it's decent.
Yeah, I mean, personally, right, I actually love this badge in terms of 30 years ago. This was one of my favourite ones. I think it's got a bit outdated lately. Yeah. I don't think they need the little flag at the top, the little castle. I think you could make the seahorses look better and update them a bit more. I don't know why.
A bit like how Leicester have the
literally. Like seahorses could look awesome, and black and white stripes is really cool. I don't know why Newcastle United is in blue. Like that doesn't. For me, that should be black or white, and you should stick to black and white as your colours. So I think it's got potential to be one of
Yeah.
the best badges out there.
I don't want to put it in needs an update because it does, also, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, I think it's
It's decent.
it is decent, but I think
Yeah.
it does need an update as well.
Yeah.
So it's up to you, mate. You're in charge.
I'm gonna put it in decent,
Okay.
even though it does really need an update.
All right,
so.
we're gonna
Alright,
we're gonna do it. It does need an update. Come on, we know it makes sense. I think if they updated that, I think that could almost be top tier. Like, it's got the
Yeah.
potential because it's a bit like Liverpool. You know, you've got a decent animal
You've
to
got
work
the-
on.
Yeah.
You've got the stripes. You've got Newcastle in there. You know, Newcastle United is such a massive club,
Yeah.
supported so much about that city that you could incorporate in the badge. So yeah, we'll see what he says, but I think that's got potential to be top tier if they just give it a bit of an
Yeah.
update. So we're on to one of the new boys now, the Canaries. Norwich have just been promoted back to the Prem again. They seem to do up, down, up, down.
I like the scribble in the background.
The scribble.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there. It's a little sideways lion.
Yeah.
So what do you think of this one?
Not good. Not great at all.
No, I mean yellow and green I quite like. It's a bit
Yeah.
different, but you know, if you're going to have a little canary on your badge, at least make it look cool. It's not much of a bird to have on your front, is it? And I don't know why they need
Like a castle in the background.
just a random castle and a random sideways
Oh,
lion.
I'm gonna build a castle and a scribble right next to it.
Yeah, I think they should just make the canary the main bit out of the
Yeah.
badge, but make it look a bit cooler.
Yeah.
So
Like how Chelsea and Leicester have.
yeah,
Have like, yeah.
there's nothing wrong with having an animal, but you could make it look a bit better. So where are you thinking? Update time or?
A tin pot.
Oh, it's going straight into Tin Pot, the East Anglian club. Okie dokie. Right, so what are we on to next? We've got Crystal Palace. So I think I saved it as Palace. That's why they're down the alphabetical chain.
I think this one's kind of cool, really cool. I like the
agree.
eagle and just everything about it.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean,
Yeah.
Crystal Palace, they've literally got a Crystal Palace
Yeah.
on their badge, and you can't really ask for
Yeah.
more. And their nickname is the Eagles. And like you say, if you didn't know it was a football, there's a great big red
Yeah.
football in the middle in the colours that they use. So I agree. For me, that is
Yeah.
top. Oh my, everything.
Yeah, top tier.
I don't want to tell you what to do, but what are you thinking?
Yeah, top tier.
Yeah, I agree. It's really nice. It's just a shame about the team. They could do it a bit better. Right, so mate, we're on to
Paris.
yes, we are. Talk me through this one.
I like the idea a lot about it. I like the just the whole thing, but
Yeah.
I think they need to add a little bit more on the sides.
Yeah, that's fair. So
Yeah.
obviously you've got the Eiffel Tower.
Like tell you when it's made. I think that would help a lot as well.
So just a bit more information. Maybe you could even have a bit of French colours on there. Maybe a
Yeah.
blue, white, and red on there. I know they've
That'd
got
be
blue, white, and
sick.
red, but maybe
Yeah.
like a. Do you know what I mean about the
Yeah.
background a bit
Maybe
more?
on like the
flag.
sides as well.
Yeah, it's it's definitely become a lot cooler lately.
Yeah.
They did update it recently, but when Mbappe and Neymar are wearing it, it's always going to look cool with the Jordan style next to it. But I agree. I think it's almost there. It's just
I love how they've done the Eiffel Tower in there as well.
yeah, you got to, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Especially in the colours, because obviously they have a big red stripe down the middle of their badge. So
Then whenever you think about Paris,
Yeah.
Eiffel Tower,
definitely. So where would you put that one? It's not quite top tier, but
iconic.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's probably fair. Cool. We're doing well. We're getting through them very nicely. So on to another very big team. Might be might be zoom in a little bit. So Real Madrid.
It's a bit interesting. I like the stripe and everything down it, but it's a bit confusing with all like the letters combined.
Yeah.
And the crown, I'm not sure why they have that.
So that's a good question. So Real in
Yeah.
Spanish means royal.
Oh,
So that's why.
yeah.
Good question. So that's
Yeah,
what the crown is.
guess that makes sense then.
Hmm.
But the letters in the middle are a bit confusing.
Yeah, it's similar to the old Inter Milan badge where they just have
Yeah.
M, F, and C all on top of each other. So
Yeah.
I think they could tidy that up a bit.
Yeah, needs an update.
Okay, I agree. I think again, it's a bit like Newcastle. Everything's
Yeah.
there. It's just been designed so long ago that it could look so much better today. I mean, they could even make the crown look brilliant
Yeah.
as well. Couldn't they? I like the stripe, like you said,
Yeah.
but I think they need to sort the letters out a bit and update the crown as well. So yeah, I agree.
Agreed.
I agree with you.
Maybe have the letters inside of a stripe.
Yeah,
And that'd be sick.
that would be good, like Real going down the
Yeah.
side, or Madrid. Maybe Madrid, because you don't need Real, because
Yeah.
the royal bit, you could just have Madrid going down. So you think it need an update?
Yeah.
Yeah, I again completely agree with you. Right, so we're on to a very modern club now, RB Leipzig. So obviously Red Bull.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I actually kind of like this one a bit because it tells you the name. It has the balls, like hitting the football as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything's pretty much there, isn't it? There's not loads going on, but it's just enough, isn't it? I agree. I do quite like that they've got the two Red Bulls coming in together because obviously Bulls charge at each other as well. I think that's really cool.
I want to say top tier, but...
You do whatever you like, mate. You're in charge.
Yeah, top tier, go with it.
I don't think there's anything else they could have done because their colours are white, red and blue anyway, so they didn't want to go too much. I agree. I think that's really nice. Cool. So, maybe on to one that has been around for a while. Yeah, talk me through this one. Obviously, they're called the Saints. They've got the angel halo at the top.
Stubborn Scouser. I like the top of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the scarf and everything. But I'm a bit confused with the river and the flower and the tree.
Yeah, I agree.
They just copied other people's and just made it into theirs.
Yeah, there's just too much going on. So if you kind of cut it in half and just had the scarf, the ball, and the halo for Saints, I think that's enough.
Yeah.
But you could almost make that circular and going around the outside, the scarf going around the outside with the red and white stripes.
Then maybe the one main thing in the middle.
Yeah, I mean obviously
you don't really need that.
No, I don't get why they need a green. Why the tree needs to be green on a red and white with blue water and stuff. At least keep it the colours of your club, and then they've got black and yellow at the bottom. I'm just
black and yellow.
just if you're red and white, have red and white Southampton FC for me. But again, it needs. I mean, it at least needs an update. It depends how bad you think it is, but.
Tin pot.
Warren is not mucking about today. Straight in tin pot. Yeah, so it's got potential, but it's a bit of a shocker, isn't it, at the moment? Right, Sheffield United, a team that have stunk out the Premier League this season, rock bottom of the Prem.
They were doing alright last season.
Yeah, last season they spent the whole season in the top half, and this season
one knows their tactics. That's why.
That's true, but they've got 26 losses this season in the Prem.
Not that great.
But let's talk about the badge, mate. What do you think? They're called the Blades, if you weren't sure.
Alright.
So a couple of swords.
I think it's alright, yeah. It's decent. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean red and white and black is their
Not
colours.
much to speak about, to be honest.
No, I mean they've got the Yorkshire Rose, they've got the Blades because they're called the Blades.
They're just you write what you hear, basically.
Yeah, I think the thing is for me, if you've got knives or blades, that's cool. You could make that better than two white ones crossing over.
Then maybe instead of the flower, have a football, then the flower bottom.
A bit like the leaves. Yeah. I think you could make the blades silver to look like blades as well. I think that would make it look better. So, yeah, I think that's fair. Where would you put that one?
I reckon just decent. Yeah.
It's decent, but work to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Right, we're on to Tottenham. So, what do you think of the cockerel? Here's a cockerel.
Yeah, I like the football and everything, but I'm not sure why they need really the bird on it. Maybe.
I mean, that's their kind of thing, but.
I reckon it needs an update.
Yeah, I mean, they've updated it fairly recently, but what I don't get is how is that a football? That looks like a basketball.
Yeah.
I don't get how that's a football, really. But I mean, like you said, they've always had the cockerel bird.
Yeah.
As their badge, but yeah, it's just I'm not sure what this bit is with the bird on the football.
They haven't got really a badge. It's just open. As well.
Yeah, let me just zoom out a bit because I know the guys at home might not be able to see it as well as us. There we go. Yeah. So, what are your thoughts on the top? Well, not top tier, but on the tier list, I should say.
I reckon needs an update.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. I think you did say that. Cool. Right, we're on to. I mean, this is at least iconic because everybody knows what that is. But it's up to you. What else you think of this one?
It's a bit like the Liverpool one. You have everything going on. You have the footballs on the side, the name. You got the devil.
Yeah, the boat for Manchester as well.
Yeah.
The right colours.
Top tier.
Yeah, I can't disagree. You know, obviously, I'm not a massive Man United fan, but in terms of the badge,
it's iconic. So.
it's at least iconic.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think there's not a lot more you could do with it. And the thing that makes that so good for me is that's been their badge for so long.
No one said, "Oh, you need to change it."
Exactly, because it's already so perfect. You don't need to do anything
you got the
else.
Modernist, it's everything.
Yeah, so when they first brought that out, that must have been like, wow, you know, especially back then. So no, I agree, mate. Spot on with that one. On to Aston Villa.
But I think I can't really say anything because it's kind of exactly like Chelsea, so yeah, it's good.
Yeah, again, like you say, they got a lion, they got the right colours, they got the star because they won the Champions League, well, the European Cup it was back then. Think it's maybe a bit too plain, or do you think if they added anything else it'd be too much?
I reckon if you don't really have the room to add anything, so yeah, I don't think you could add anything more.
Fair enough. Where would you put that one?
Probably decent, yeah.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Right, on to the last four. So, the W's. We've got Watford. Obviously, they've just got promoted to the Prem, so that's why they're back in again. What do you think of this one?
I'm not a big fan of it at all.
I mean, what gets me, that's clearly a moose, right? Watford's nickname is the Hornets because they're playing black and yellow, they're like bees and wasps. Why is there a moose in bright red? They don't wear red. I just don't get it.
Yeah, the main colour is red.
I mean, they wear black and yellow, and they're named after like a hornet, which is like a big wasp. So make that your badge. Why have we got a red moose?
It doesn't really tell you anything as well. You just got a moose and Watford on the top.
Yeah, I mean that could be the city for the badge for the city, not the badge for the football team. So I'm not a massive fan of that. I don't think.
Pot.
You'd be. I mean, we are from Luton originally, so we're only doing the right thing, aren't we? Sorry, Watford fans. Right, we're on to another W team, West Brom.
Don't understand.
It's not good, is it? It's a little brown bird on a little green leaf eating a red cherry. I just don't really get why that's. I mean,
Do
you
need it?
I don't get why that's the football thing.
I reckon it'd be better if you just deleted the bird and the.
Yeah, I mean, you could get rid of the whole bird. The West Bromwich album with the blue and white stripes looks good. You could have a big football in the middle.
Yeah, that would be set. Yeah.
I don't know why you need a. It's like you've got like a word art or an emoji or copy and pasted something onto it that just shouldn't be there, like a sticker.
Like a person's trying to make a good badge but failed.
Yeah, like it's a Christmas version of our badge. I just don't get it at all. I don't know. Maybe West Brom fans can tell us a bit more about the history of the badge and why that's there, but
needs an update.
That doesn't shout football to me. Needs an update,
needs an update.
Yeah, I mean, I think you say the background's fine.
Yeah.
But the sticker is just
like Watford. You just delete the whole thing, and make a new one.
Yeah, I agree. Like you said, they're halfway there, but the bird needs to go, doesn't it? Cool. On to the last two, mate. It's been a really good video. West Ham United. Though this is quite an updated one. They used to have a castle because they used to play at the Berlin Stadium, Upton Park, which was like that. That's how the front looked. But obviously they moved to the Olympic Stadium, so they've kept the irons.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think it's alright. Yeah, it's decent. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not much to talk about.
No, again, it's quite modern, but they've kept what's important.
Yeah, and the colours.
But they've put London at the bottom, which is interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know if they needed that or not.
Don't think they did. Maybe when it was made at the bottom instead.
Yeah, I agree. So, what would you think in terms of
maybe add one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
Delete London, change it to when you were made, and
be up there.
Yeah, I reckon just needs an update.
Oh, you wouldn't even say decent.
Yeah, needs an update.
Okay, you're in charge. Needs an update. Even though it's just been updated.
Yeah, still.
Still think update. Yeah. Okay, I'll leave it there. So, on to Wolves now.
I really like the idea of it, but you need to write the name at the top and everything, because you don't know if they play football or it's just a city badge or anything. Yeah,
I'm really pleased you said that, because I completely agree. I think they updated this badge 10, 15, 20 years ago, and at the time I was like, wow, that was really out there. But now everybody else has kind of caught on about doing less is more. I think, again, this needs a bit of an update. I think the Wolf could look better.
Yeah.
And I agree with you. I think you need more football.
Yeah.
So if you had a football in there, or even if it said Wolves on it.
Change the eyes to football.
That'd be cool. That would be good. But yeah, it has to. You have to have something written on, like you say with Liverpool. You've got Liverpool Football Club. You've got You'll Never Walk Alone. You could have Wolves written on it.
Yeah.
You could have. I think the Wolf could be better. I mean, I get it's
but
a
this
wolf.
is like 15 years ago, so.
I think back then it was good, but I think 20 years on.
I love the idea.
Yeah, the idea is good.
I think everyone's not favourite animal, but a liked animal is a wolf.
Definitely. But everybody else has almost caught them up with the idea, and I agree. They need to just modernise it one more time. So where would you finish off with that one, mate?
I don't want to put it in tin pot, but I'm gonna say needs an update because it does.
Yeah, I can't disagree. So that has been our tier list. That's the final score. Is there anything you want to change or move, or are you happy with how it looks?
I think I'm happy with it. Yeah.
I think you've done a really good job. I think we both have. So top tier then, just to recap, we've got the classic Liverpool badge, Crystal Palace, RB Leipzig, and Manchester United. Can't really disagree with that. Iconic, we've got Atletico, Barca, Chelsea, Leicester, Liverpool's one on the shirt, just the bird, Man City and PSG, and everyone else could really do better, couldn't they?
Yeah.
I mean, at the bottom we've got Burnley, Fulham, Norwich, Southampton and Watford. They're all...
shows you, I'm not being mean, but it shows you they're in the bottom.
They're all kind of dodgy average teams as well. I mean, they're all classic English clubs that have had the bad for too long, and they need to come into the 21st century.
They used to be alright, and you had that, and they're like, oh, I know what team that is and everything.
Yeah.
But now.
I agree. You look towards the top of our list, and they could do a lot more with the ideas. People like Newcastle and Madrid need to kind of jump back up again with a bit of an update. So no, that's been really fun. Have you enjoyed it?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah? Cool. Would you like to do a part 2 in the future for badges?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah? Or if you think of something more, different to do. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching. Obviously, Warren's first time on, I think he did a cracking job. Really good options and really good points of view and reasons for your decisions.
Liverpool versus Chelsea.
I did mention that you'd appeared on the boxing thumbnail, but you hadn't actually been in a video yet. So thank you so much for coming on. Been a fantastic debut. Really enjoyed listening to your points of view. Guys, please give me a comment, like, subscribe, follow me on my socials at the bottom, the Southern Scouser. And yeah, lots of love for Warren. Thanks for coming on, mate. We'll see you next time. Take care.